Hello everyone, and welcome to our special breaking news update. Today, we're diving deep into a major shakeup in international trade. President Donald Trump has just set into motion sweeping tariffs on thousands of goods from Canada, Mexico, and China, a move that's already rattling markets around the world and could soon trigger a full-blown trade war. Let's start with North America. At exactly 12:01 a.m. Tuesday, a 25% tariff went into effect on nearly every product coming from Canada and Mexico, two of the United States' biggest trading partners. This isn't just a small fee. It impacts over $918 billion worth of goods. Trump's aggressive stance not only threatens to derail the USMCA trade pact, one of the cornerstones of his first term, but also risks a tit-for-tat retaliation that could send shockwaves through North American trade. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has already warned that Ottawa will respond with immediate 25% tariffs on 30 billion Canadian dollars of US imports, targeting popular products like beer, wine, bourbon, home appliances, and even Florida orange juice. And if these tariffs remain in place for 21 days, Canada is prepared to extend its measures to another 125 billion Canadian dollars of US goods. While North America is under pressure, the action doesn't stop there. Trump has also slapped an extra 10% tariff on Chinese imports, on top of the 10% tariff he imposed last month, effectively doubling the levy to 20% on a broad range of products, including electronics, footwear, medicines, and cosmetics. The official narrative is that these tariffs are meant to address trade imbalances and crack down on what Trump calls unacceptable practices, including the flow of illicit fentanyl into the U.S. However, U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has claimed that Chinese manufacturers might simply absorb these tariffs, arguing that prices for American consumers won't necessarily skyrocket. Still, critics see this as a dangerous escalation that could further strain US-China relations. Markets around the world have already begun to feel the tremors. Asian stock indices have taken a hit. Japan's Nikkei fell by 1.2%, Taiwan's benchmark index dipped by 0.5%, and Hong Kong's Hang Seng edged down by 0.3%. In North America, both the Canadian dollar and the Mexican peso have slid to their lowest levels in a month, while the US dollar index, which measures the greenback against 6 major currencies, has dropped to a 3-month low. European markets are no exception. The FTSE 100 is down by 0.8%. Germany's DAX and Spain's IBEX have each fallen by more than 2%, and France's CAC 40 is off nearly 2%. These early reactions underscore the high level of uncertainty and risk introduced by the tariffs. As if the US moves weren't dramatic enough, both Canada and China are preparing their own countermeasures. Besides Canada's immediate tariffs on US goods, Mexico's president has firmly rejected the justification for these tariffs, vowing to respond with a combination of tariff and non-tariff measures. On the other side of the Pacific, China is not standing idly by. The Chinese Finance Ministry announced plans to impose fresh tariffs on a range of US agricultural imports, items like chicken, wheat, corn, cotton, and even dairy products. Additional tariffs of 15% on certain goods, plus an extra 10% on others, such as sorghum, soya beans, pork, and beef, are in the pipeline. Beijing has also raised complaints with the World Trade Organization, emphasizing that the US's unilateral actions are damaging the multilateral trading system. Chinese officials have issued a stern warning. If the United States persists in its tariff war, China is ready to fight them to the bitter end. Behind all these numbers and percentages lies a much larger political narrative. Trump and his allies claim that these tariffs are a necessary step to make America great again by forcing concessions from foreign partners. Yet many economists and business leaders are warning of a very real cost to the American consumer. The Peterson Institute for International Economics has labeled this move as the largest tax increase in at least a generation, estimating that it could add over $1,200 a year to the average U.S. household's expenses. Trump's aggressive trade tactics, which he has honed since his November election victory, are not just about numbers. They're about leveraging power on the global stage. Recently, during a meeting with the Prince of Wales in Paris, Trump underscored his commitment to this strategy, hinting at further reciprocal tariffs against countries that impose duties on American goods. This signals that we might only be at the beginning of an increasingly volatile trade war that could reshape global economic relations for years to come. Stay tuned as we bring you the latest updates on this high-stakes economic showdown. Thank you for watching. If you found this update informative, please hit that like button and subscribe.